Hello everyone, welcome to NASCAR News Kid. The NASCAR Cup Series just had an insane finish to the cutoff, and who advanced to the round of 8. It was insane. We need to talk about that. 36 for 36, the winner, who even won the race, who made it to the round of 8. Stick to the end to find out about that, and championship picks, the championship 4 and round of 8, who made that. We'll see if me and my brother both predicted it right. I think I actually got a perfect championship round of 8, so we'll look at that in a few moments. But before we get to it, I remind you to hit that like button and subscribe. If you're new to the channel and you like NASCAR, you are in the right place. Anyway, let's get right to this insane cutoff finish. Let's skip right to the final lap. The final lap, the best lap of the race. One lap to go. Ross Chastain is +1 to the cut. Joey Logano is -1. The tiebreaker will go to Joey Logano from his 4th place finish. Best finish in the round gets the tiebreaker. Logano has a best finish of 4th in New Hampshire. So Logano needs to make up 1 point. 1 point in the final lap. And Chastain has Hamlin. Cars stacking up behind him. Cars are passing him. Hamlin is the car. If he passes him, passes Chastain, Chastain is out of it. He can't win the championship. Hamlin is right on Chastain's bumper. Going into the bus stop, he passes Chastain. But it is not over yet. It's a thriller. Chastain doing Chastain things. We've seen the Hail Melon in the past, but Chastain sends it into the final chicane, gets Hamlin, spins both of them out, and backs up over the line, and I think it's enough. Everyone thinks it's enough. He loses spots. Logano beats him to the line, and he is -4 in the end. And just a thriller finish. If you haven't seen it, you gotta go check it out. I urge you to. But wow. Chastain backed up to the line. The commitment these drivers have is insane. We talk about it week in, week out. Chastain just did what he could. His tires were sliding, and Hamlin, took advantage, and slid the tires multiple times. Probably what hurt him in the big picture, but just insane. And Logano and Chastain, their stats are pretty much matched. They both have 1 win this season. Logano coming in was +13, Chastain -13. And Chastain, even then, since he didn't make the round of 8, he's still got to be impressed that he made up, 9 points? He came in 13 below, and left Charlotte Roval with 4 under, so even then, still a good day. Just, showing the positives. If you don't like this format and you don't like Logano, I don't blame you. Yeah. Let's skip around away from that, but, I mean, come on. Chastain worked hard, and I owe all the credit to Paul Wolfe. We'll get to that in a few moments, but Chastain, let's talk about him. Drove hard race, had many mistakes. In the start of stage 2, the first pit stop, overdrove, missed, I don't even know what he was thinking. The turn was trying, I don't know, but the pit exit, he almost hit the wall, locked up the tires, and he lost all of his spots. And NASCAR ruled he would not get the spots back, which I think is fair. But just mistake, and then that wasn't the last one. On the last pit stop, sped exiting pit road, grabbed like 2 gears instead of 1, and sped on pit road, and had to do a pass-through penalty. That set him up only 10 points. 10 points. He had to make up 10 points, or 4 points, or 5 points, 6 points, 7 points, 10 points around there he had to make up. But then rules are reversed, and Joey Logano, who is on older tires than Chastain, because Chastain just had a pit stop, is losing time against Chastain, and Paul Wolfe makes the call to bring him down pit road with only 23 laps to go to make up 9 to 10 points. Logano's back under the cut, 9 to 10 points down instead of Chastain being 9 to 10 above or under after he had that last pit stop issue. And Chastain, I mean, Logano was gaining spots, Chastain losing spots. He was slipping and sliding out there. And Logano, wow, gaining time and sets up the finish we just talked about. It was insane. If you haven't seen it, like I said, go check it out for sure once we finish up with this post-race coverage here, I guess. But for the win, aside from all that chaos, we'll talk about it a little bit in a few moments. Who made the round of 8? Stick around to the end. But for the win, we haven't talked about this. Shane Van Gisbergen, Kyle Larson, and Christopher Bell are all dueling it out with, like, the last 25 laps. Bell and Larson come to pit road on their 3-stop strategy. Usually, Stage 3 was a 2 to 3 stop pit strategy, and they come to pit road for their 3-stop. And Shane Van Gisbergen, who led over 50 laps and was on 2-stop strategy, he is sliding tires. He's reporting his rear tires are going to fail. They're going to come apart. He survives till the end for his 5th consecutive road course win, and I wasn't really paying attention to this, but I guess he ties for most consecutive road course wins, because that finish was chaotic, but still, 5th win this season, 5th consecutive road course win, and wins by over 15 seconds, kind of like Mexico City fashion, so I don't know who is going to stop him, and we'll talk about that in a few moments. Let's get to results here. SVG, just domination. No one can beat him. Like, actually, I'm getting to the point where no one can beat him, but we saw glimmers of hope today, and that comes with 2nd place. Kyle Larson, he led laps, dueled with SVG, got a little roughed up with him, and SVG and him were racing each other hard before that final pit stop for Larson, and led before SVG took the lead away from him in those final pit cycles before the final pit stop. He was leading laps and leading over SVG, so I think I should take that back, that SVG is maybe unbeatable, because Larson showed that he is not here to mess around, and even got a little roughed up. SVG didn't give him room, and he got shoved under the track, and SVG is really showing that he is not going to give any of these other Cup drivers anything. And even if they're in the playoffs, he said Bristol a couple weeks back, he was a playoff driver and non-playoff drivers were messing him up. So definitely gave him something to flash back to in his head while he was battling with Larson. 3rd for Christopher Bell, solid effort, led laps, dueled with Larson and SVG, but just did not have the best car. He fought hard, but just, like I said, did not have the best car and did really not have the best winning equipment. Larson and Bell both advanced at the end of Stage 2, so they didn't really need to worry about any of the chaos going on. 4th for Chris Buescher, solid, not great, but top 10. They fought and strategy helped them out, but just incredible. And Buescher's been good on road courses. We all know that this year, so good job for RFK and them. The best non-playoff driver besides SVG. Let's talk about other non-playoff drivers here. 5th for Michael McDowell, solid top 10 speed, just like Chris Buescher was just there and qualified good, so good for them. 6th for Ryan Preece, shout out to him. Usually not someone you think about when they go to the road courses, but solid, had a great result all for the record book there. 6th is sure not going to show where they run. They ran from like 10th to 15th, so great result for where they ran. 7th for Daniel Suarez, good race. The first time in a while he's had a good race. Usually there's bad luck or issues or mechanical failures or just a driving error. And Suarez drove a clean, solid race today. So I'm really proud of Suarez for that. And good showing, especially when he's looking for a 2026 Cup ride still. So Team owners, keep that in mind. 8th for Chase Elliott, solid, consistent as always. Already advanced, so didn't need to worry about any of the chaos, so solid for him. 9th for Allmendinger, led laps. As always, he's always good at the Charlotte Roval. Previous winner here, 36-4-36 pick for me and my brother, and we'll get to that in a few moments. But led laps, so good for him. 10th for Tyler Reddick, won the pole, beat SVG to the pole, so that's an accomplishment for them. But then just was solid. Strategy kind of messed them up. Did not have the best car besides maybe short run speed, but that was really it. And really like 1 or 2 cautions by cause, so that didn't really help them at all. So just was not good, and luck did not play in their favor. 11th for Byron, just decent, not stand out like for Reddick. Maybe short run, they were better, but just did not play out for them. 12th for Gibbs, solid, qualified top 5, which was promising, because he has been decent on the road courses, but just did not have speed. 12th surely does show where they ran pretty much all day. 13th for Blaney, already advanced, solid, led a couple laps because of the pit cycles and stuff, so solid for them. 14th for Briscoe, battled a sickness or stomach bug or whatever, had nausea and took meds or whatever and ice pack and stuff, and still battled, and we'll see where he is in the standings in a few moments. But just was not bad at all for that 19 group, and we'll see where they shake up in a few moments for the playoffs. 15th for Bubba Wallace, not great, not even really there, if that makes sense. Not a factor at all, and just did not have the pace. Was not as good as his 23-11 teammate Tyler Reddick, and even Riley Herbst was getting aggressive with some guys, so very interesting. Wallace did not show great pace, and many people did. They were correct. Kansas was probably his only shot at making the round of 8, excuse me. 20th for Joey Logano, solid effort, advances, we'll talk about him in a few moments. 21st for Chastain, backed up across the line, backwards finishing the race, so solid for him. And 23rd for Hamlin, probably had no clue what was going on after Chastain kind of wrecked him there. 23rd for him. And now some unfortunate bad races for these 3 drivers. 35th for Busch, was like 8 laps down the whole time, so just was not good. Got wrecked in turn 1, lap 1, so just was not good at all. 36th for Brad Keselowski, had a power issue, pulled off the racetrack in that final run, was not good for them. And then 37th for Austin Cindric, kind of got wrecked, wasn't even his fault, and does not advance to the round of 8. Got wrecked by Hocevar, who sent it into the final corner early in the race and bent Cindric's toe length, so that really stinks for Cindric. Not at all his fault, as it has been this year. Just things did not go in their way, and it's usually people getting too aggressive and wrecking their race. Let's look at standings now. Some of you have been waiting for this. First, going into the Las Vegas race, let's look at standings here. First is Hamlin, +8. Second is Ryan Blaney, +6. Larson is 3rd and 4th for Byron. They are only +4. And 5th, now under the cut, Christopher Bell, -4. Chase Elliott, Briscoe, 6th and 7th, -14. And 8th for Joey Logano, -19. And only 4 races remain. And we'll talk about that in a few moments for 36-4-36. But 4 races remain: Las Vegas, Talladega, Martinsville, and then the championship race at Phoenix. So it'll definitely be interesting who will go and pick up that championship. Now let's look at the round of 8 predictions for me and my brother. I predicted Larson, which I got right. Byron, which I also got right. Hamlin, I got right. Blaney, I got right. Bell, I got right. Elliott, I got right. Briscoe, I got right. And Joey Logano, I got right. So really impressive for me. And then my brother got Larson, which he got right. Byron he got right, Hamlin he got right, Blaney he got right, Bell he got right, Elliott he got right, Briscoe he got right. But the one stumble my brother had was Reddick. He had Reddick making it, but Joey Logano, his own favorite driver, made it and beat Reddick, who he picked to advance. So, really interesting. He'll be pretty surprised with that. But anyway, I predicted the round of 8 perfectly. And speaking of the championship race, I predicted the round of 4, championship 4, will be William Byron, Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, and Ryan Blaney. I think I am sticking with that. The only thing I'd probably swap is Byron with Larson instead. And my brother's picking basically my championship 4, except take out Byron and swap in Hamlin. Larson, Bell, Blaney, and Byron, and he has the champion as Blaney. I have the champion as Bell. But Logano stealing these championships, we'll have to see about that. And last but not least, 36-4-36. We both gained 28 points by picking AJ Allmendinger, me and my brother. And final standings is I have 727 points, and my brother has 757 points, leaving 30 points I need to make up in 4 races. That averages about 7 to 8 points per race. I think I can definitely do that. And looking ahead with my picks, which I won't say, I think I have a realistic shot. Maybe I can make some noise and beat my brother, but it will take a bit of luck with it to win this 36-4-36 championship. But anyway, that's going to do it. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned. Look out for a short coming out this week to see who me and my brother will be picking this week for Las Vegas. And I'll talk to you after Las Vegas, and we'll know the point situation going into Talladega, the wild card. Anyway, that's going to do it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.